morning and welcome to episode 32. I think this is episode 32 of Love Sockle Podcast. My name is Sarah and welcome to my home. I hope you're doing well. I think it's been 4 or 5 weeks since I podcast last. It's the summertime and we've been very busy, and we just got back from Colorado last week and that was a lovely trip. Ben's aunt and uncle live out there and we got to go and visit with them and also house sit for them while they went away on vacation, and we took care of their dog, and so it's kind of like we were able to be home base at their house and then go off and do day excursions in the area. So we were able to go on a couple of really beautiful family hikes. We did the 7 Bridges hike, which is you cross, over the course of the hike, you cross 7 bridges 7 times. 7 bridges 7 times, duh. But yeah, that's what you do. And it was really beautiful. The weather was lovely. It was like sunny pretty much every day with these dramatic thunderstorms almost every afternoon. It was pretty cool. So, and then what was the other hike we did? We did Craig's Trail, which was really an interesting hike because you'll be going uphill for a while, but then it would flatten out and you would be in this charming glade with huge rocks all around you, but flat. And then it would go uphill again and you would be in the woods, and then it would open up into like a wide open field. And then at the very end, it was like this crazy scramble up rocks to see the view. But when you got to the top, it was like 360-degree views all over, and you felt like you were at the top of the world. So it was definitely worth it. The kids did pretty good on these hikes. There's some minor morale drops, but somehow they managed to get through it. Poor Ben was really sick with a cold on the last hike we did, and he was really struggling towards the end because Juliet, of course, she's 4 now. She just had her birthday the day we flew back. He had to keep carrying her on his shoulders, and then he was so tired from being sick that between Priscilla and me and Ben, we had to take turns carrying her back down the mountain, but we made it. How are you? I'm sorry, I'm just rambling about random things. I have a lot of things to show you. A lot of socks have been completed, but not nearly enough. I'm not even gonna say a number of how many socks are on the needles right now, because even if it's it would be a conservative estimate to make myself feel better, but it would not be accurate. So we're not even gonna go there. First of all, tea. Ben so kindly shared his cold with me over the weekend. Or rather, it just finally caught up with me. Marshall kind of got sick too. We're struggling. But I didn't sleep well last night. I've not slept well in probably 3 nights. I think because of my cold and certain children who simply must crawl into our bed every single night and wake us up. She shall remain nameless. So I'm drinking some tea this morning. I have this wonderful Butler's Pantry blend, which is really tasty. It's just black tea with essence of honey. And I put a cookie on top of my mug, one of these guys. If you've ever had these before, they're my favorite cookie in the entire world right now. I've not heard of them, don't know anything about them. I think they're Dutch, maybe. Product made in Holland. So yeah, so Stroop waffles. So the idea is that you stick it on top of your coffee or tea. Today I have tea, but they're amazing with coffee. So it's this waffle cookie with caramel on the inside. Who wouldn't love that? I think, okay, so I have it on my You Are Here Colorado mug, which Nina, I've started my collection. I have 3. I have Twin Cities, Colorado, and Denver. So I'm well on my way. Nina of This Old Knit podcast, who has an amazing collection of the Starbucks You Are Here mugs. And it's falling in. It's falling in. This is gonna be dangerous. So anyway, it's kind of all melty and everything, but it's okay. It falls in your drink. It just makes it taste delicious. So going to take it off. But yeah, they had them at Target. So I bought it. If they have it at Target, I try it. Okay. So I mentioned that there are lots of finished socks. I do have a notebook somewhere with notes. So I don't forget things. So let's see where we're at. Okay, finished pairs. So last time I podcast, I was up at a cabin in somewhere northern Minnesota. Park Ridge, I believe was the town, the little town. And so while I was there, I worked on my Knit Picks Felici socks in the Tea Party colorway, and I finished them. And the contrast heel flap is also Knit Picks in Stroll. It's called Tranquil. It matches my sweater. I did not plan that. But yeah, I'm really excited. I've actually, no, that's not true. I was gonna say I've never finished a pair of Felici socks. I've started many, but never finished them, as is my MO. But I did finish these, and for me, I have finished a pair for Marshall. Actually, I finished 2 pairs for Marshall, so I'm basically lying. But I've never finished a pair for me, so that part was true. So I'm really excited to wear these. I'm so ready for fall for many reasons. The main one is because these kids need to go back to school. They're driving me crazy. I love them, but they need to go back to school because we need some structure in our lives. I wasn't a very nice mom yesterday, partly because I'm sick and partly because they were driving me crazy. But I love them. We love them. I also finished, when we went out to Colorado, I took the second Hedgehog Fibers birthday cake sock that I've been working on, and I can't even remember if I ever showed these, but I got this yarn for my birthday from my parents. They gave me a gift certificate to a online yarn shop, and this is one of the colorways of Hedgehog that I bought. I love it. They're beautiful. There's I've seen different colorways of birthday cake by Hedgehog Fibers, and some are really deeper purple. This one is more lavender with different speckles. I still love it. I almost would buy this colorway again. I'd love to get like a one of the deeper purple ones. So that's sock pair number 2. And I think actually before we went to Colorado, I finished my Zombody socks. These have been on the year Zombody Doodle Dandy by Desert Vista Dye Works, and it's on the sparkle base. And I'm very proud of myself for actually finishing them in the month of July, even though they've been on the go for a year. Sorry. I haven't even taken my cold medicine yet, so I should be able to speak, but clearly no. So I might be slightly delirious from lack of sleep, but aren't they pretty? I really like them a lot. I'm so happy I finished them. I don't have any more Desert Vista in my stash. I have to do something about that. But I really need to not buy any more yarn. You know how that is. I need to be good. Okay, so this pair is so exciting. This is my Molly Weasley Family Sock Recipe Socks by Molly of a Homespun House. And they're so beautiful. And this is her yarn. It's the Soft Sock Fingering in If You're a Bird, I'm a Bird colorway. They were just a delight to knit from start to finish. I used the heel flap pattern from Hermione's Everyday Socks, which looks very pretty in this yarn, and just my regular toes, nothing fancy. So I'm so happy to have these done. I started them in May? Yeah, I think it was like the middle of May I started these, so for me, that's quick. Only 2 months. Okay. Those are the finished pairs. Now for whips. And it's going to take a little while to get through all the whips. Okay. Let me figure out. Okay, so I have my box of socks right here for the Box of Socks Cal by the lovely Kristen, the Yarngasm podcast. So this box has finished pairs for the Box of Socks Cal, but it also has all my socks that still need the second one's knit. So I've got my Arthur and Molly, got Arnie and Carlos Regia, Bad Bunny. I did finish the first beautiful freckled whimsy. I think this one is, I can't remember if this is Kit or if it's Caboodle. I don't remember. Okay, the exciting thing is I have the giveaway from Beautiful Carrie of Freckled Whimsy, and an apology that it is taking me so long to do this. I'm so ashamed of myself. I'm a really bad person. I'm so sorry, Carrie. It's taking me forever to do this giveaway, but I'm going to do it right now. Okay, so this one is Kit on her gorgeous sparkle base, which she calls Wonderland. It's amazing speckled goodness. I'm jealous of whoever gets that. So this one is Caboodle. So it's like Kit and Caboodle. So what I'll do is I'll put this video in episode 32 thread on the Ravelry group, and then I'll open up a thread for this giveaway, and I'll probably just pick a winner like a week from now, because I'm not sure when I'll be able to podcast again next, because it probably won't be until September when everybody goes back to school, because the rest of August is completely nuts. We have 2 Wisconsin trips planned, and then we're going to be having some company here. One of those trips we're having Airbnb guests. So there's just a lot going on. The Airbnb thing is pretty much a full-time job. It's not, but it's a full-time job the week before we have Airbnb guests, because I have to clean like a crazy person to get this house up to code. And I'm not even sure if I do it. I cleaned a ton for the last set of guests that we had. So when we went to Colorado, we had a whole bunch of people in our house. I think 9 people, and they were here from another country for a wedding. So the groom, I think I don't know if he works in the Twin Cities. I'm not sure where he was from, but or what city he was working in. So he booked the Airbnb for, I think, his extended family, and they were so lovely. We got to meet the groom and the bride, because they came over to our house just so that Ben could walk them through and show them all the nooks and crannies of our house and all the things that can break, and this is how you fix it, and if the fuses blow because of all the air conditioners going, this is how you fix it, all those kinds of things. And they were so precious. They were really sweet. And but I didn't know how the house would be when I got back, because I'm pretty sure his family probably hasn't ever done Airbnb before, because, you know, they're from, Airbnb is in other countries, but I don't know. I just kind of got the impression they probably had not done this before. So I didn't know how the house would be left, but they left it spotless, like even cleaner than I left it for them. And I cleaned a lot. They also left us like a ton of food. So this buffet table right here, this is the dining room. They left all organized and neat, all this food, like tea and flour and sugar and olive oil, like staples. And I was wondering, like, is it like a cultural thing for their country to leave staples as like a gift, like a thank you? I don't think so. They couldn't take it with them because they had to fly back to their country of origin. But it was so lovely. I was like, I'm not gonna have to go grocery shopping for a long time. Oh, they also left us a whole fruit tart from Whole Foods in the fridge. They left us cases of beer, 2 gallons of milk, dozens of organic local eggs, and they left everything spotless, like cleaner than I left it for them. And they washed all the sheets and put them back on the bed. They were lovely. They got a very positive review and they gave us a very positive review. So yay, all that hard work paid off. So anyway, we got to do it again for when we go on our second Wisconsin trip. So yeah, I get mild to moderately stressed out about getting this house ready, because I never know, am I doing enough? Are they gonna like it? Are they gonna walk into this house and be like, we paid money for this dump? I never know. But I'm trying to be calm about it. So anyway, back to Freckled Whimsy. I will open up a thread, and the prompt for leaving one comment to win is, please tell me what you're reading, because I am always on the lookout for good books to read. And I would show you the books that I got from the library yesterday, but I can't because you are sitting on the stack of library books I got from the library, so I can't show them to you. But I can read them to you. I got Little Women and Me, which is like a fan fiction. It's YA. I got Lost by Gregory Maguire, After Alice by Gregory Maguire, and he wrote all the Wicked books, like from The Wizard of Oz. But I've never read any of his. I've never read those books, so I'm interested to see if I like them. Have you read any of those books I just mentioned, like After Alice or Lost? I think his name is Gregory. Yeah, Gregory Maguire. The library sticker is like covering the author's name. So yeah, tell me what you're reading, and I will choose a winner probably in a week, and I'll message you on Ravelry to let you know, because I'll pick the winner before I record next, so don't worry about waiting to the next podcast. Just be checking your messages. I'll ear burn you in the group as well, so you should be able to, you'll be able to know. What was I talking about before this? I don't even know. Oh, all the socks. So No Makers. I finished the first West Yorkshire Spinners Goldfinch, which I think I showed maybe last time. And I do have the second one going. Isn't that lovely? And I have a really cute stitch marker on here. It's a birdhouse. How perfect is that? Because it's a goldfinch. So yeah, I'm maybe 3/4 up the foot. I don't remember why I picked this up. My first Wonder Woman sock. I have the second one going, but I've hardly knit on it at all. But it is in progress. Oh yes, it is. Okay. I think I can put this down now. I don't remember why I picked it up. All right. So I have a basket where I've been keeping all of my second socks that are working on. Like I have a 5 jillion first socks going. Excuse me. But I have a basket of second socks that I have going. So I haven't showed this one in a while, but this is White Birch Fiber Arts. Does this rainbow make my black look big? And I had started it, and I can't remember if I ever showed it that I had started the second one, but I'm down the foot. I'm past the gussets and down the foot. I mean, I could probably finish this in an evening, or maybe not. It might be a little bit too much for an evening, but in a day, I could probably get this second sock finished, and then I have another pair, which would be lovely. Before I went to Colorado, I was being very good about not starting any new socks, just working on everything that I already had going. And then as soon as I got back from Colorado, I cast on 3 more socks because I couldn't stand it anymore. Plus I finished those 4 pairs, so I thought that's pretty good. So I should at least start 3 more socks, right? So here's Arnie and Carlos. This one's number 2. I just haven't felt like knitting on it, so it's in here. All right, so those are my second socks that I have going. Hold on, let me get everything back in the right spot. My microphone is caught in the needles. Okay, so I have a ton of first socks that I've cast on, of course, or that I just have on the go that I haven't shown yet. This super fun sock is Molly of a Homespun House, and it's called Snape and Lily, and it's on her soft sock fingering base, which is so nice. It's one of my favorite sock yarns ever. Now I cast this one on toe up, It's 64 stitches. And I did the Fish Lips Kiss heel. And I'm just working up the leg. Again, this one I could probably finish in a day if it's the only thing I knit on. It's really fun. Snape and Lily, of course, from Harry Potter. Because Snape loves Lily. And he always has. So anyway, lovely. Now I've got, man, where did I put it? I have two of the socks I cast on. One of them is also a homespun house. And pardon me while I kind of peek around here because, okay, I can get it. I just have to take my microphone off for a second. Hold on. Okay. I want to make sure I show you these. So this is also Molly's yarn, and it's Metamorphosis, also on the soft sock fingering. I got my Knit Pro Zings. Isn't that pretty? So beautiful. And Molly so sweetly included a couple stitch markers in with my order, and it's a little porcelain teacup. Isn't that sweet? It's so Molly. I love it. Thank you, Molly. I love it. So yeah, this is a treat. Like, I just want to knit it slowly. I don't want to knit it too fast. So I cast that on as soon as I got back from Colorado because I had got the little slip in my mailbox saying I had a package to pick up from Berlin. So I had to go to the post office and pick up my Molly package. It's like Christmas when that happens. So my other sock I cast on, wow. These are the colors. This is the other stitch marker. It's a little coffee pot, teapot. I'm so scared they're gonna break. Like if I accidentally drop them on the floor, they're gonna shatter maybe. I'm gonna be real careful with them. They're so pretty. So this yarn is a indie dyer that I have not had an opportunity to try yet. It's Highland Handmaids. And it's called Volcanic. And this purchase was inspired by Nina of Homespun House, of This Old Knit podcast, who I love. I'm so inspired by Nina all the time. She knit a pair of socks for her husband in Highland Handmaids called I Like Burning Things With You, which looks like fire and ash, and it swirls really, really neatly. I love it. And so I looked on the Highland Handmaids website, and she didn't have that colorway listed as available. And I think it was a custom order that Nina did. And so I did email Heather and ask her if she could dye that up for me. But she never got back to me, which is fine because she's probably super busy because it's the summer and everything. But I was looking through her shop and I saw Volcanic, and that's like fire. That's even more fiery. And so I'm making Ben some Volcanic socks because it's awesome. And this is the Sugar Maple sock yarn base. I can't remember if it's 75-25 or 80-20, but it's a very woolly sock yarn blend. Like it's very plump. I think it's a 2-ply, but it's lofty. I love it. It's really fun. It's really hot. Like I look like I'm sweating. And because it's so woolly, I'm not really wanting to knit on right now. I may not really crank this one out until it gets a little cooler, just because it is quite warm sock yarn, but really fun colorway. I might have to pause in a second because Priscilla's friend Penelope is about to burst through the back door. So I might have to pause for a moment and get her situated. Hold on. Okay, Penelope got here. I sent her down to Priscilla's room. They haven't had a play date in a really long time because we've all been so busy. They have been given strict instructions to stay down in the basement with Juliet until I am done recording. We'll see if it happens. Okay, so that was Volcanic by Highland Handmaids, and I love it. Okay. I'm sure I cast on other socks. There are more socks I've cast on. That was just one of them. Here comes Juliet. Probably gonna have to pause. All my project bags are at my feet. Here's little Stinkyette. You're supposed to stay downstairs with Priscilla, okay? I'm gonna go back down and play with Penelope and Priscilla. Or do you want to play over with your toys? Okay, you don't have to speak. It's all right. Okay. Oh, this is exciting. Okay. Woo. Okay, she's gone. Just going back downstairs. All right, so I so excitingly got to get one of the Gilmore Girls kits that Java Pearl, CC Almond of the Geeky Girls Knits podcast organized with Knit Run Dig, who made this amazing diner themed project bag. So Knit Run Dig, she's on Etsy. I think she's in the UK. And then the yarn that came with this kit is Gilmore Girls themed, and it's a self-striping yarn. And each color represents a different character from Gilmore Girls. So pink is Lorelai, Luke is blue, Rory is maroon, Lane is purple. I think this is Dean, like a teal. That's Jess. I think this one is Emily. Is the blue? I don't remember who the blue is. Is it Mr. Gilmore? I'm not sure. And then there's like a brown. I can't remember who everybody is. And then I still have to do white. Once it gets back to the pink, I'll have the hot pink. I will have completed the 10 stripe repeat. So it's really fun. And the kit came with this really sweet, like pink diamond stitch marker, and then I love this. This is one of the stitch markers, but I put it on as a zipper pull. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but it says, I need a coffee and an IV. Yeah, I need a coffee and an IV. Because of course, Lorelai and Roy are addicted to coffee. Who isn't? That's why we love them. And I took this with me to Colorado, and like I cast it on it. Oh, it was so exciting because I got the slip notification in my mailbox that I had a package. So I dashed over to the post office and picked it up before we had to leave to go to the airport and cast it on immediately. And so I knit this on the plane on the way out to Denver. And then after we were out in Colorado, I knit the leg. So I've knit my usual 90 rounds total for the leg. But then I had to stop knitting on it because I realized I had not taken a yarn to do a contrast heel, and because it's so many stripes, it wouldn't work to knit a heel flap and then wind off yarn to get back to the right place, because then you would waste so much of this gorgeous yarn. So I decided I would wait till I got back home and use a couple of the minis from the Gilmore Girls mini set from the Yarn at Home Mom. So I picked these two, and so for each sock I'll do a different mini for the heel flap, so that way it's all Gilmore Girls related. So and the yarn came in wound up in two balls, so you could knit them two at a time if you wanted. And the colorway is called You Have Been Gilmored, which is really fun. And it's a 75-25 250 gram balls, and it's it's dyed by Knitting in France, which I've never gotten to dye her yarn. I believe her name's Boga, and she's done a few collaborations with Java Pearl, I believe. And then Knitting in France also made some fun stitch markers. One of them is the pink one, and one of them is the zipper pull that I put on. And there's like a coffee cup and a little umbrella, and they had different varying sizes for the lobster clasp. So I put the one with the pink on here because it was like a tinier one. So pretty and so cute. And the kit also came with like Gilmore Girls quote stickers, some candy, which did not even make it into the house because I ripped into the bag in the car on the way home. And Marshall and I ate all the candy. It didn't even make it into the house. And this one has like a little bit of a bigger lobster claw, so I put it on there. And this is so nice. Like you could hook it onto your backpack or whatever. Very, very nice bag, and it's got kind of like more fun diner food lining fabric. I love it. That was really fun. I don't think I've ever ordered like a proper kit, a proper sock kit before, so this was really fun to do. And and I got it because, of course, Geeky Girls Knits, Cece and Dammy, are hosting a Gilmore Girls along. Oh, and Cece also, along with the kit, you got her Gilmore Girls themed sock pattern, which is lovely. And you can purchase that pattern just by itself on Ravelry if you like. I just wanted to do plain vanilla because that's all my brain can handle. And also Vegan Jilly of the Knitting Broomstick is co-hosting with Cece of Geeky Girls Knits for the Gilmore Girl along. And it runs from the 1st of August, I think, through the end of September, if I'm not mistaken. So I have my Gilmore sock well on its way. And then speaking of fandom alongs, Nina of This Old Knit and Jilly of the Knitting Broomstick are also hosting the Sherlock along for the month of August. So I have my Sherlock sock going, and I had gotten, this was my post-dental filling consolation yarn from No Makers in the 221B Baker Street colorway on No Makers lovely tweed base. And I'm also knitting these toe up, and I'm just doing 3x1 ribbing across the top and up the leg, and I think I'm halfway up the leg. And I did a Fish Lips Kiss Heel and in Scarlet for the very first Sir Arthur Conan Doyle Sherlock story, which is A Study in Scarlet, which is very enjoyable. I just started reading it last night. So I purchased this Sherlock Holmes paperback at the airport in Albany, New York, somewhere over there, back before I even had Marshall. I was pregnant with Marshall, and so I read this kind of pretty much while I was pregnant with the third trimester of Marshall's incarceration inside me was reading Sherlock Holmes. And if you've never read Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, these are just absolutely delightful to read. And the very first one is A Study in Scarlet. So A Study in Scarlet, the Sign of Four, I think are his they're like much longer, but the rest are all basically short stories. My favorite one is The Red-Headed League. It's hilarious. If you ever get a chance, you should go watch the old Sherlock Holmes BBC series with Jeremy Brett. Fantastic, but watch The Red-Headed League. It's so funny and so good. So this is delightful. It's really fun to read these again. Okay, so I'm halfway up the leg, and when I get ready to switch to the 2x2 ribbing, or maybe I'll do 1x1, I don't know, probably 2x2 because that's all my brain can handle, I will use the red because I want to have a red cuff. And this is Knit Pick Stroll. What is the color? It's discontinued, but they have a different red in the Stroll hand paint tonal. I can't remember the name of it. But they have a red. You can get it. It's just a different name now, but it's basically the same thing. I think it's called Heartfelt, but when I bought this, it was not called that. It was something else. I just can't remember what it was called. So, oh, and I didn't say it's 72 stitches. So these are a bin-sized sock. So yeah, you will like these. And when I go to knit the second one, I think I'm gonna pick a different ribbing pattern to knit because I'm getting kind of bored with 3x1 ribbing. It's just, I get tired of it. And it's in keeping with the Sherlock theme because Sherlock Holmes is very mercurial in his temperament. Sometimes he's 3x1 ribbing, Sometimes he's 6x2 ribbing or vanilla latte. You never know what you're going to get with him because when he's up, and when he's down, he's down. So I think it fits perfectly to do a different pattern for the second foot sock, thereby maintaining my entertainment level. Is that all the fandoms? Probably not. I have another Harry Potter sock somewhere around here. Oh, here it is. Okay. So, also No Makers, because I love No Makers tremendously. Before we went to Colorado, I went a little crazy with the Polyjuice Potion colorway, and I may have bought it on 3 different bases. So, this is the House Gnome base, and it's called Polyjuice Potion Harry Potter. So fun. Got my little T-Rex marking my spot. And I finished the first one in Colorado. I cast it on out there and finished it out there. And then on the plane ride home, I knit the second, well, started knitting the second one. So I love it. It's really fun. Taking a little break from it because I knit it so much that I just need a little break from it. I also got the Polyjuice Potion on Squishy Gnome, which is the worsted weight, Amanda's worsted weight yarn, or one of her worsted weight yarns, and it's just I think it's a 100% superwash merino. So squishy. I'll probably make a hat for Juliet, which will be really fun. I may have also bought Polyjuice Potion on Sparkle Gnome to put on my crochet blanket, because now I'm buying yarn for the crochet blanket, which is wrong because it's supposed to be scraps. But whatever. I can break my own rules. Right? Okay, what else? There's probably more. Okay, shawls. Hold on, let me consult the notes. I'm probably forgetting something horrible. No, I think we're doing pretty good. Okay, so the other shawl project I took with me to Colorado was my fun Knit Picks Chroma Boneyard that I adore tremendously. I've never knit with Knit Picks Chroma before, but I've always wanted to try it. And this is the Pegasus? No, Groovy. This is Groovy. And I only have 1 ball of it, and I'm getting kind of close to the end. I have 1 more color repeat, and I'm probably going to knit until I hit the green, and then I'm going to switch to the second ball of chroma that I have, which is not Groovy. It's called Pegasus, so it's a different colorway, but it's got it starts out with this kind of green color, so the colorway is going to change, but it will flow because I think they go together. They do. So I've got 9 bones done, or 9 garter ridges, almost to the 10th. And my plan is to do 15 of these garter ridges before I start the border, which is just like a garter edging. And I'm using US 4s, also Knit Picks needles. They're majestic needles, and they're just really beautiful, and I love them, and they're very comfortable to knit with. So I'm really excited about this. This has got to be the funnest, happiest project ever. And it's fun. I'll tell you, it was inspired by Nina of This Old Knit, because she cast on one for her daughter in Knit Picks Chroma in a colorway that is called Buttermint, but I think they don't carry that one anymore because they often will discontinue colors and get new ones. And I just remember seeing that and thinking, I love a boneyard in chroma. That's so great. And it's so funny because I think she was inspired to cast on her boneyard because I was knitting one at the time with some beautiful Woolen Vineyards. So Nina, the inspiration has come full circle because now I'm making one in chroma. Just like you, because I'm a shameless copycat. Okay. So that's that shawl, and then, oh, I forgot to bring down my party on my needles. It's all the way upstairs. I'll have to show that one next time. I'm not done with it, but I have gotten to the lace section. Okay, let's see if I can grab this. So this is another West Knits shawl, and it's the Boneyard. The Boneyard. It's not the Boneyard. It's the Dotted Rays. And it's gotten quite enormous. Look at that. I'm on this color, which is Voile Vine Yarns Outlander on the Volca base, which is super fun. This is the second to the last wedge before you do the finishing if you want to just make the small size, or I have plenty of yarn to continue going and I can make it the large size, but once I finish all the wedges for the small, I'm going to maybe use a separate needle. I'm using US 5s just to really spread it. Use a second US 5 to like knit it halfway across so I can really see how big it is, because I'm trying to make this for a friend of mine. His name's Joel. I made him the Arnie and Carlos socks back in February. He is moving to Edinburgh for a year. I think he's going to some program at a seminary over there. I wonder if it's the same one that Cece's husband is at. I told him about them, so I don't know. I don't know if Cece watches this, but Cece, if you do, if you see a dude with crazy dreads, that's Joel, and you should go introduce yourself to him. He's hilarious. He's our good buddy. So anyway, I was using all these Outlander colorways because, you know, Scottish Highlands, he's going to Scotland. It all fits, right? But I don't know if I can get it done in time before he leaves. So we'll see. Maybe I'll have to mail it to him. But he's the kind of guy who would wear a shawl wrap and be fine with that. Some men won't, but he would. But I do want it to be big enough because he does have huge hair, and I don't know if it will wrap all the way around the dreads. We'll have to see. So yes, I love it. It's okay. So Outlander in Voile Vine Yarns Volca, and then the deep blue color is Ocean, because you have to cross the ocean to get to Scotland, and it is called, well, it's called Ocean, but it's Handmaiden Yarns Casbah. So it's an MCN, and so is Volca. And then the beautiful mustard yellow is Royal Amber on the Volca base by Voile Vine. And then this is also Outlander, but it's on a different base. So I'm using, this is so crazy, I'm using two different colorways of, or wait, it's the same colorway, they're just different bases. So this is Outlander on Volca, and this is Outlander on Halo Alpaca, which is so fantastic. I love it. But again, it's so hot to knit this right now. I kind of have to make myself knit it because I'm almost halfway done with this wedge, and then if I could just do one more wedge, maybe it'll be big enough and I can do the I-cord bind off. So we'll see. I love this project. This pattern is amazing. It's, once you get going with it, because it kind of starts out, it's a little, you know, I mean, it's not hard or anything, but you know, there's a lot of the yarn overs at the beginning, but as you really establish the wedges, it's like, okay, I got this. You almost don't even need to look at the pattern. It's the perfect stash buster project. I mean, you could use up all your scraps and knit this pattern for the rest of your life and never stop having fun. So I hope I can get it done for Joel. I hope he will like it. It's okay if he doesn't, but from what I understand, it is quite chilly in Edinburgh, even in the summer. I don't think they have very hot summers. So the winter, I think, is pretty cold. So we're going to send him off with hand knits. Okay. Whew. Let's see what else. Okay, crochet and cozy memories. Let's do crochet first, shall we? I did take my crochet with me to Colorado. Wanted to have a scrappy project with me and was feeling inspired to crochet. So I took my square crochet blanket with me and put a couple rounds maybe 3 rounds on it. It's getting bigger. So a couple weekends ago, I was able to go visit Karen and Patty, and we took a brioche class at Stitch Together Studios in Marion, Iowa, which was really, really fun. I was terrible at it. I made so many mistakes, but that's okay. My brain can't handle it right now. Maybe when I'm 50. So while I was there, I got this amazing neon color from Wonderland Yarns, and it's called Bonkers, and it's like a 2-ply 100% super, I think it's superwash merino. It's very thin. Like, honestly, it's almost a lace weight, so I double stranded it. Here, I'll show you. It's crazy. I mean, look at that. Put on your sunglasses. So I double stranded it so it would be fingering weight, even though it says it is, but it's really not. Here is Sparkle Polyjuice Potion because I'm crazy, and I'm working on Polyjuice Potion right now. I love it. It's such a fun, happy project. So that's crochet, and I'm using a F hook. And it's just a granny square. Just start a granny square and you just keep going around and around and around. Completely mindless and completely delightful. There's no reason in the world why you should not start one right now. And use up all your scraps because it eats yarn better than anything. Okay, so here's Cozy Memories, and I honestly cannot remember where I was on this last time I showed you. Let me look at it for a second. Okay, all right, last episode, I think I was maybe here. I had put on Molly, and then this was the yarn that I got up at in Park Ridge, the Plymouth yarn, Happy Feet, I think. And I made a little shorty pair of socks for Juliet, which we lost one of them on the way home from that vacation. And I was very upset because I just knit them. And so I had one, so I just put it up on top of our china cabinet just to hide it so that one wouldn't get lost, because I was just hoping that the other one would just magically show up. And it did. Weeks later, it was stuffed in the couch under, or like by the edge of the cushion. So I was so excited. So I pulled that one out, and now she has the pair again, so all is well. And then Molly Weasley, I think I showed you all those. Okay, so then I started this row. So we've got One Fine Yarns, Octopus Garden, Zombody Doodle Dandy, Arthur Weasley, because they can be together, Arthur and Molly. They're meant to be. And then If You're a Bird, I'm a Bird by Homespun House. Yeah. You did? Oh, the little one. Yay. Go put it with your baby. Calico Critters. And then this one is the Wonderland Yarns Bonkers, because it is bonkers loud. Now I didn't double strand this, and it looks very thin to me compared to the other ones. I almost want to rip it out and redo it double stranded, but I probably won't because that would be extra work. So 2 more squares and I'll finish that row. Yay! It's too hot to knit on this. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm sweating. The sun is coming in, and I have a little air conditioner on in the kitchen, and there's an air conditioner in here, a window. They're all window units. We don't have central air, but it's very loud, so I can't turn it on. What else do I have to show? I think that's it. Oh, no, there's not. Okay, so I did the Spicy Homemakers podcast swap, which was really fun, and I got paired up with Robin of the Stitching Between Pages podcast, and she's on YouTube, and you should definitely go check her out. She's very smart and adorable and cute and has a really cute little haircut, and she knits gorgeous socks. Hi, girls. Oh, thank you, Priscilla. She's keeping track of Juliet, who is not enjoying being sequestered in the basement. So yes, check out Robin's podcast, Stitching Between Pages. So I sent her a little package with some minis, and I knit her a little sock ornament because it was supposed to be Christmas in July. That was the theme. So I got her package, and she sent me these lovely little minis, and she labeled them very sweetly. One of them I've already, well, I fell on the floor. I already wound up into a ball because it's beautiful. So maybe I'll put that one on my Cozy Memories blanket next. Oh, and their yarns I haven't heard of, like Camelot Dye Works. It's like a nice prairie color. And Cedar House yarns. I've never tried that. It's a beautiful kind of almost lavender gray. And then this is a Regia colorway, and it's really pretty. I love these light pastel colors like mint green and gray. Just my sweater. And then I'm not sure which one this one is because I took the label off because I wound it up. And then beautiful teas. I love puka tea. Tea calf Earl Grey, so I can enjoy that in the evening. Calming. We all need that around here. And then her ornament that she made for me is so beautiful. I almost cried, actually. She embroidered me my name. Love Sock. Whoa, look at that. Look at the little socks. So she's been all excited about embroidery lately, and I'm just so honored that she would do that for me. Thank you, Robin. I was deeply touched, and I love it. I don't know if you can see, but there's a little nail on the wall right there, and that's where it will hang for all time until Christmas, and then maybe I'll put it on my Christmas tree. Which exciting news! We booked our house for like 2 weeks in December over Christmas, and I get to go to North Carolina and have Christmas with my family. I'm so excited. It's so awesome because that will pay for our plane tickets to get down there. Ben has to stay back, unfortunately, because he's got to study, because he's going to take the Minnesota bar. He's licensed in New York, but not in Minnesota. So the company he works for would like him to do that so he can be officially their legal counsel. So that's really exciting. But sad because I don't want to leave him for Christmas. So I think we'll probably have like an early Christmas, just our family, and then I'll take the kids, go to North Carolina, have Christmas with my family, and then he can have like a good solid chunk of time where he can just study, because then he'll have to take the bar, I think, in February. And so yeah, it'll be good. I think he'll probably stay with his parents or couch surf. Who knows? He'll be fine. He'll probably enjoy the peace and quiet. Okay. Did you escape? Would you like to show everyone your little babies that have the pacifier? Here, look at this. So Juliet turned 4, and she's got these little calico critters. Aren't they cute? They have pacifiers and a baby bottle. Do you like them? Yeah. Okay, go play. She's so silly. Okay. Okay. Is that everything? That might be everything. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. So don't forget about the Freckled Whimsy giveaway. I'll open up a thread for that and probably I'll pick someone next week. And then I've got another giveaway that's going to be coming up, but I can't do it just yet. So stay tuned. I did forget one thing. So when I was out in Colorado, I like to get souvenirs. I like to get yarn souvenirs. Sometimes I like to get nail polish or lipstick souvenirs, but this was definitely yarn. So I went to a local yarn shop in Colorado called Woolly Works Knit Shop, and it's owned by a lovely German who immigrated here, and Priscilla and I chatted with her a little bit, and she was so nice. It was neat because Priscilla goes to German school, and she had this corner cabinet with German books, and so Priscilla was able to read it, and that was really neat. So anyway, while I was there, I picked up a locally dyed in Colorado. Where is it locally dyed in? Hand dyed in Lafayette, Colorado, and it's MJ Yarns. So I looked, and it's a man who dyes yarn out in Colorado, and I looked him up. He's on Instagram, but I don't know how often he posts. I think maybe you can only get his yarn in local yarn shops, but maybe from his website, because he does have a website, and I think it's MJ Yarns. But there's a link to his online, his webpage from his Instagram profile, and this is Corriedale. It's a sock yarn, 75, Corriedale, 25% nylon, and it's his simple sock fingering weight. It's very woolly. It's like the Post sock yarn from Simply Sock Yarns. It's probably the same base. But I got it, this is so terrible, I basically bought it for my crochet granny blanket, or my crochet granny stripe blanket, because I just am enamored with green right now, and I want lots of green on my crochet. Buying yarn for the crochet blanket! Not supposed to do that, but I am. I'm not gonna apologize. It's what I do. Is there anything else? I feel like there are all these little random things I wanted to chat about. Books. So that's the prompt for the giveaways. Tell me what you're reading. I want to know. I want good series. I had posted on Instagram that I'm trying to read Stephen Lawhead's Pendragon Cycle series. I think there's like 4, no, maybe 5 books in the series, and the first one is called Taliesin. And I've been trying to read it, but honestly, I can't get into it. I'm having a hard time. And I think the reason why is because whenever I'm trying to read it, I'm really tired. And there's a lot of characters, and they all have crazy names that I don't know how to pronounce. And if I don't know how to pronounce a name as I'm reading, it's like, that's blah, 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 blah. And then I like don't remember who they are because I can't pronounce their name. So I think I need to get like this, maybe the Cliff Notes for this book so I can figure out what's going on, because there's a lot of things going on and I'm not quite getting it. But I want to give it a shot because I love Merlin and King Arthur and Guinevere and, you know, the Legends of Camelot and whatnot. It's really fun. I love that whole fandom. So pretty much every summer we watch Merlin on Netflix. And if you haven't seen the Merlin series and you do enjoy King Arthur, Camelot, Merlin, magic, dragons, you would enjoy Merlin. It's kind of almost like Harry Potter, but a different fandom. Some of the episodes can be very dramatic and kind of sad, and some of them are just hilarious. My favorite one is The Goblin's Gold. I think it's season 3. It might be season 4. It's hilarious. So if you want a fun show to watch, even with your kids, I would say it's safe for kids. All right, my kids watch it. I'm not always the best parent though. We watch like all the Jurassic Park movies, and they're pretty violent. We just like, Juliet, hide your face! That man's about to get eaten, just hide your face. So yeah, I'm probably not a very good parent. But I think Merlin's pretty safe. All the Back to the Future movies are on Netflix, so we've been watching those. Marshall loves them. It's really funny to watch those movies with the kids, because Priscilla is like this laughing hysterically at these movies, especially the first one. So yeah, what other random things was I going to tell you about? What else have I been reading? I can't show you my creative Bible for creative journaling because it's holding up the iPod. So I've posted that on Instagram as well. It's the entire text of the Bible, but with margins so you can write notes, and there's coloring all through it. And I love it. It's the New Living Translation version, which I love to read because it's very readable. And if you have never read through the Bible before and you want to, I do recommend the New Living Translation. It's very readable, it's accurate, it's not a heretical text, it's really good. And I do love the coloring in it because, like, you know, you might be reading the Psalms and there's, you know, this awesome verse about God's love and protection for you. And then on the side, there'll be this gorgeous coloring with that verse that you can color in and meditate on, think about while you're coloring, and it's very calming and very soothing, and I really like it a lot. Amazon Prime. If you don't have it, go get it. It's Wonderful. What else have I been reading? A Study in Scarlet by Sherlock Holmes, by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. And else? I feel like I've been trying to read different things, but I only read at night before bed because it's the only time I have to read. And if it doesn't capture my interest like that, like I'm too tired to figure out what's going on. So, I should have brought that book down. I did find an adorable series by Jane Duncan, and I believe she's a Scottish author, and I don't think the books are in print anymore, but she has this whole series of books called, like, My Friend Flora, My Friends the Mrs. Kindnesses, My Friends the Miss Boyds, and I think they're kind of like cozy stories about families in Scotland, back like in World War I, but the books will span like going all the way through like the 1950s, and they're all on Amazon, but I think maybe you can only get used copies. But I came across it at my local library, which is a very small little library, but they have a nice selection. And so I started reading that, and they're really cute and sweet, and the dialogue, it has like the Scottish brogue. I would think that they would be really fun to listen to as an audiobook, if such a thing exists. I should look that up. But it's, if you just go to Amazon, look up Jane Duncan, Duncan. And the one I'm reading right now is called My Friend Flora. So I haven't got very far in it, so I hope they're good, but they seem really sweet. And like if you just want something nice and light to read. I don't really like to read dark stories or scary stories. I really want to read Pride and Prejudice and Zombies though, and I really want to see the movie, but it looks a little crazy and violent. And I only really watch movies at night, so I don't want to be scared before I go to bed, so I'm kind of a wimp. Here comes Juliet. I think that's it. I keep saying so that clearly I'm done. So keep knitting, people. I'll try to be better about checking my Ravelry group. I've been really bad. It's the summer, and there's no space. There's just no space in the summer. Right, Juliet? There's no space. So I will say goodbye to you. Now I'm starting to drop things. Thanks for watching, and there's Priscilla. And I'll see you next time. I hope your summer and your summer is going well, and that you're enjoying what you're knitting. And I'll see you next time. Bye.